What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovrecich from PixlFeed here. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to sell your expertise online. But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. All right, so the first thing that you have to know before you can sell your expertise is to figure out your niche. So we gotta figure out what your niche is. And your niche is gonna be a combination of your knowledge and your expertise, okay? So it's a combination of both. So let's break that down. So what is knowledge? So we got knowledge. Okay? And your knowledge is going to be your skills, okay? Your training, and your education. Okay, so where can you get this info? Well, education could be anything. Education could be, everything from school, like if you went to college, or, if you learn by training, if you learn by reading books, by taking your own courses, that's your education. Listen, when I got started in this business, a lot of it, I didn't learn it in college. I learned it from doing and from reading a lot of books and learning from some of the best out there. So that was my own education. I invested a lot of money into that education. Training is doing the same thing over and over again and finding out what you're doing wrong and how you can improve it and how you can get better results, right? That's training. Maybe learning from somebody else, looking for a mentor, having a mentor that taught you what you know now, right? That's where your knowledge comes from. And skills is the skill set that you have developed from applying that education that you acquire and the training that you did to get to where you're at, right? So whether you're doing it for a job or not, and now you want to go on your own, okay? So now we're going to talk about what else do you need to sell your expertise is your experience, right? So experience is going to come in right here, right? I'm going to make a circle right there. And experience is, action, jobs, right? What else? Businesses that you have worked with, people, that you have worked with, right? All right. Results, results you have gotten others, right? All right. So when you combine your knowledge and your experience, that right here is your wisdom in the subject that you're an expert in, right? And let's say you have the knowledge, right? But you don't have the experience yet. You can still bring it out to the market. I'm going to explain how, but I mean, if you're going to try to sell a service or something to people, you better have the experience if you're going to charge what a good amount of money, right? So what do? When you combine these two with your wisdom and the whole subject or the actual niche, now you have a perfect market, right? Because now you have a track record of what you know and you've been doing it for a while, so you know what you're doing. So who is your market? Your market is a group of people that will take you up on an offer that you make to them in order to get the results that you have gotten others or yourself in the past. So what do I mean by that? For example, I started with Facebook ads because I launched my own Shopify store, my first Shopify store on my own, started a brand, built a couple brands, sold them for a lot of money. And then people kept asking me, right, to do it for them, right? So I became an expert because of my experience in the field of doing what I was doing and getting the results, from doing it myself. And how did I gain that knowledge? Again, I had mentors, I read a lot of books, and from spending a lot of money on the platforms, right? So this whole package already had together. So it was when people were asking about it and I made that offer to the market, they took me up on it, right? Right away, because I have a proven track record. So let's say that you don't have experience. What are you going to do? And make sure you watch to the end because I'm going to show you how to sell it. What are you going to do for your experience? So let's say you have the knowledge, you've been to school, you've been reading books, and you have applied it to yourself, but you don't have enough. You don't have enough of a track record that you can prove to others because you didn't work enough at it at a job or whatever, or the pandemic hit and you just need to get it out there. So what you do is, since you don't have the proven results to bring it to the market, is you reach out to some businesses, to your perfect client, whoever that perfect client is, and you offer to do a free trial, or you offer to do it for free in exchange for a testimonial, like a cell phone testimonial or a written testimonial, right? Or, and that's how you're gonna acquire your first clients. Now, if you've already been doing this for a company that you worked for in the past and you have those results, then guess what? You have the results. You don't need to work for free. Now you know how much you're worth. And whatever you were charging, your company was charging at the time that you were working for clients, if now you're going by yourself, up your salary by double it. All right? Because now you're not a salary employee. You're offering your expertise, right? So what do you do then? All right. So now that we have the niche, we have the market, we have the experience, how are we going to bring it out there? And how do we know what to put out there in order to get results? All right. So what you're going to do here, and I'm going to get rid of this because I need more pages, right? Is you're going to Google Facebook ad library. Okay. And in the Facebook ad library, what I want you to do is, I want you to search for your top 5 competitors. Okay, so you need to do some research here. Okay? And when you search for those top 5 competitors in your field, or they do the same that you do in your field, what you're an expert in, you're gonna see one thing. There's going to be a trend, right? There's going to be a trend of them making the same exact offer. For example, what do I mean by that? The hottest thing right now in the consulting business is a 30-day do-it challenge with you, where they will meet with you once a week and a meeting and tell you exactly what to do for 30 days in order to get results. So that's what's trending right now in consulting for people in my field. So when you do this, let's say you're in the restaurant business, or I don't even know what else, or even any type of consulting. You're gonna search your top 5 competitors and you're gonna see what type of offers they're making. Once you see the offers that they're making, what you're gonna wanna do is you wanna go into their funnel. Right? You're gonna click on those ads and you're gonna go down the rabbit hole. Why? Because you wanna see how they're presenting that offer. You also wanna see how much they're charging for that offer. We're reverse engineering the process so we can come up with an on offer, okay? So you gotta look at, so what's the funnel? Is it a 1-page funnel? Right? Is it a 2-page funnel? Is it a 3-page funnel? Right? We're gonna look at that. Does it have upsells? If yes, how much? Right? Does it have downsells? If so, how much? Okay? So you gotta build a funnel, right? You gotta build a funnel. And there's a link in the description that you can check it out for a ClickFunnels trial for 14 days, and you can build your funnel. There's pre-made funnels for you. Right? So you stalk your top 5 competitors, you see what kind of offers they're making, right? That's what you got to do. And then once you do that, you're going to subscribe to all their email offers, right? And you're going to go set up an email address on Gmail. Yeah, it's free. You guys know it's free, right? You're going to sign up for Gmail. You're going to make up some email address. And you sign up, you go through the funnels. You don't have to buy anything. I mean, ideally you want to buy it, but if you can't afford it, you can't buy it. You go in there, you sign up for the email addresses, and that's going to put you in their email sequences, right? And then you create your little folders, and then each email is going to come in, and then you get to read the email sequences. What are they offering when you're not buying? How are they trying to get you back? Study their marketing, right? And I know what you're saying to yourself, well, Christian, if I'm starting on my own, I don't have an ad budget yet. How am I supposed to get people to my funnel? Don't worry, we're getting there. Just keep watching. So you're going to study whatever offers they're making here, with their email marketing, and you're going to keep track of it. And again, you're going to see a pattern on the emails that they are sending you to get you to try to come back and buy from them. Okay? So now that you have this, all right, there's two ways that you can go with this, right? You can either create, if you have money for ads, then you need to start running ads. You need to spend money to make money. So, and that's the fastest way you're gonna be able to sell your expertise. You get to split tests, you get to try a lot of different things. If you don't have money to run ads, then we're gonna do it the good old fashioned way with organic content, okay? And the easiest way to do that, listen, there's tons of apps now where you can edit videos on your phone and literally crop pictures on your phone to create different types of content. So the biggest thing that I recommend from you is you do the high dress strategy. And I actually have a video on it on the channel somewhere. I'll put the link down in the description below as well. Where you create one piece of content, whether, let's say it's a 1 minute video, right? And then you grab that 1 minute video and you can chop it into an image, into a short clip. Okay? You can chop it into a blog. You can transform it into a blog. There's literally, if you search on Google, there's literally services out there. One is rep.com where they will translate the whole video into a blog. There's apps out there where you can turn the 1 minute video into a clip. And this is how you post throughout all your organic social media. And the way you do it is you do not sell on the organic social media. You create tons of content and follow the good old, like Gary Vee says, jab, 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 right hook. And you offer value, value, value. And then on the fourth piece of content, you ask for the sell. All right. So there's no excuse for you not to be making 1 million pieces of content a day if you have no clients and you don't have a job and you're trying to go on your own, right? And you don't have the money for ads. You should be creating content all day long and just posting all day long. This other thing that you're going to do is you're going to get on Instagram and you're going to get on the, LinkedIn, right? And you're going to DM prospects, right? And make them an offer that they can't refuse. Right? And send them back to your funnel. Okay? That's one way. If you're selling some type of service, right? And it's not just like a course or a product. If it's an actual service, this is how you do it. You got to get on the DM with Instagram. Oh, DM on Facebook as well, Facebook Messenger, and LinkedIn if it's B2B, right? And you have to make an offer. Make an offer, okay? The other thing that you can do if you don't have the budget for ads yet, right? What you can do is, we're gonna go the old school way. Again, you can buy a cheap domain using something like Namecheap or something like that. Don't use your main domain. You do not want to use your main domain for this. And get like the .co version of it or the .net version of it, right? And you're gonna go on LinkedIn and you're gonna find out, whoever the person that you want to talk to, you can get their email address from LinkedIn. And if you search on Google like tools to get email addresses from LinkedIn, there's 1 million Google Chrome browser extensions that you can extract the email of people from LinkedIn, and you send them a cold email. Straight up, just short, sweet, and to the point, offering an offer that they can't refuse. And you'll be amazed how many people answer these emails, right? So that's how you can get your traction. That's how you can get your expertise out there. And once you start making money, you start getting those first few clients. Then you can start putting ads behind the whole process, and that's how you take it to the next level. But it's very important that if you don't have the money for ads, that you start creating tons and tons of content. Look at me. Look at me. I create 3 videos a week on my YouTube channel, and everything gets thrown out everywhere, else, and it keeps growing from there. But I run ads for my stuff because I have the budgets now, right? So this is how you bring your expertise out there to the market and how you sell it to other people. If you like learning, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. Check out the links in the description below, help support the channel. And if you want to keep learning, taking your marketing game to the next level, click one of the boxes right above me, and I'll see you in the next video.